all jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm always for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a crippling. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fit. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, and it's death to his part. Look. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital 9, murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fucking raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she leave me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth I done show? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a
No remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design 5 for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
When Westworld, let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the peace loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage roar. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing. Dog, I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul. Losing time, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping he can save you. But the power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One West world, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have the deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One West world, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in they face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug, I ain't give a fuck. Burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
All right, clap it up. All right, shalom. Y'all Bashim Yahshai Barakatah to all the brothers. Shalom Al-Thah Bashim Yahshai to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the command of Junior Honda. And since 1969, we've been teaching that so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And today, we're going to begin the true brotherhood in the Bible, because for so long, we've been learning the brotherhood in the world. We've been learning the brotherhood in the world, and it has destroyed our families and our households. But now, the true brotherhood is coming out. It's being released onto the earth from the, and it's only in the Isupk. It's only found here in the Isupk. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when you find out your culture, when you find out who you are, and you start to search and try to find for who you are, and you come across the Isupk, you are held to a high standard when you start listening to these classes and learning who you are. When you find out what brotherhood is, you are held to a standard of how you should treat your brothers. You're held to a standard by the Most High. You can't ignore it and just keep doing the same things that you did in the world, the same things of your old ways, the things that you used to do. You used to go and sell your brothers drugs. You can't do that no more. You can't go and murder your brother on the streets or unalive your brother on the streets. You can't do that no more, because you are now held to a high standard, because now you know what's right and you know what's wrong. You know the truth of what's right and what's wrong. And that's why you're now held to a higher standard. You're held to a higher standard or a higher level on how to treat each other. We're supposed to have love for each other, and we can't even have love for each other. It's hard for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to love each other nowadays, because we have learned how to hate each other from our oppressors. Our oppressors have only taught us how to hate each other. And that's what we've learned for over 400 years, from birth to until we die. And that's what we've been learning. And now we've been teaching it to our children of how to hate each other. We've been teaching it to our families of how to hate each other. And now the cycle is going to end, because now we're coming out and teaching the truth of what brotherhood is. You see, we lack, really, the problem is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we lack brotherhood. We lack brotherhood very much. We lack the knowledge of how to treat each other. We lack that very much. Actually, can you get that Hosea 4:6? We lack how to treat each other on the streets, because we don't have that knowledge of how to love one another. We don't have it. You go out in the world, they're out there murdering each other, selling drugs to each other, because they don't know that that's wrong. They don't have the knowledge of knowing that you shouldn't be selling drugs to each other. They don't have the knowledge. That's where our main problem is. The knowledge of knowing how to love one another. You got that scripture? Go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Hold on. My people know what's going on.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
See, it's saying that our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because we don't have the knowledge of how to be a nation. We don't have the knowledge. We don't know how to come together and love one another. Like, Hispanics think they are one nation. They think they're different people just by a flag. Right, Tazia? They're like separated because of a flag. And they have so much pride because they think that they come from different places because of a flag. They're separated by that flag. I mean, black people who are from the tribe of Judah, they think they're Africa. They're from Africa. They think they're Africans. They really think that, because they're what? Read that again.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Because they're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It's crazy, because our people don't know past America. They don't know the history of past America. You give a nation their history at slavery, what are they going to know? They're not going to know anything, because that's when we got our history, apparently. But really, our history goes back past America, past slavery. You start at slavery, it's going to mess a lot of people up. when you give them a history as slavery, you're not gonna know where you come from, because now you can't even go past slavery from when you used to be a whole nation. Because back before slavery, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we were a whole nation. We were a whole nation together. But because you have learned from your oppressors, you now don't know past slavery. You don't know who you are, because now your history has been blocked from you. Your history has been taken away from you because now your oppressors teach our children. The oppressors teach our children the history that they want them to know. And it's not the true history of what we should be learning, because now we can't think back past slavery. But here in the ISBK, we know our history before slavery. We've dug it up. And now we can come and tell you who you are, who you were before slavery. And it's crazy because Native Americans also think they're one nation too. They think they're separate too. We've all been divided into different parts, thinking that we're different people when we're all the same nation. We're all the same. And now we can see it by looking at the traits that we have, because the things that we do are pretty much the same. But there's little things that we do that you could tell that we are the same people. Okay, read it again. Read it again.
This is the book of Isaiah, Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
The crazy thing is, our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They're destroyed for the thing, like how to treat each other. Our people nowadays, they don't know the knowledge of how to treat each other. And that's why we come out and try to help our people and teach our people how to treat each other. We have to come out there and teach them how to treat each other, because for so long, our people have been killing each other and murdering each other and selling drugs to each other and treating each other like garbage. We've been treating each other like we're not family, but we are a family. And that's what this whole Bible is about. It's about family. The whole Bible is about one nation of people, a whole family of people. Let me go ahead and read that and keep on reading.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
No, the Lord said, because you rejected knowledge, you reject the truth that we come out here to bring you. The Lord said he would reject you. He said he would reject you. He wouldn't let you. I mean, you poor and you need help with your rent. The Lord ain't gonna help you. You try to ask the Lord for help, he's not gonna help you because of the things that you're doing. You're rejecting his knowledge. I mean, you're rejecting the law, statutes, commandments. You're not following them. So why would the Lord help you when you're breaking his commandments, when you're breaking his laws? Why would he help you? He said he would reject you. Read that again.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Hey, so when you're hungry and you need help and you don't know what to do, and you don't know why all these things are happening to you, and you're struggling so much, and you just calling to the Lord and you need help, what do you say you would do?
I would also reject thee.
He said he would reject you. You keep on going.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Man, that you should be no priest to me. See, you over here, I mean, hating your brothers and showing your brothers hate, like pure hatred. Why should the Most High show brotherhood to you when you're not showing brotherhood to your brothers? Why should he be kind to you when you over here treating your brothers like they garbage? Keep on going.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Seeing you have forgotten the laws of the Most High, because you have forgotten the laws. Our people don't know the laws no more. I mean, they also say they're done away with. Seeing that you have forgotten the laws, the Most High said he would also forget your children. You wonder why your children are getting shot down every day, dying before you even go down. You being unalive before you are unalived. You having to bury your children from drugs, from drug overdose, from being murdered by other brothers, by being killed by random things. Your child could be walking down the street and just be struck by lightning out of nowhere because you have forgotten the laws. The Lord said He would also forget your children. Keep on going, or is there any more on that? Okay, that's the wild. See, and this is why we got to start loving each other. This is why Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans got to come together to start loving one another, because that is our main problem, is loving one another. We have such a hard time coming together to be one nation, and it's been like that for years. In the past, we struggled with it, and today we're struggling with it. We're struggling with coming together and trying to be one nation to come against our enemies right now. See, and the thing is, what we need to do is we need to learn how to treat each other. We need to learn how to love one another, how to stop selling each other drugs, how to stop murdering each other, how to stop sleeping with each other's wives. We got to learn how to love one another instead of hating each other. And to be able to love one another, to be able to even love, you know what you got to do? First, you got to learn the truth of what love is. You got to learn what love is. Because a lot of brothers and sisters don't even know what love is. And don't. So get 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. You can't love somebody when you don't know what love is. How you gonna love somebody when you don't know what love is? How you gonna do it? That's like working on a job and not knowing how to do it. You saying, oh yeah, I most definitely weld this. I can do it. And you have no idea how to do it at all. You finna blow everybody up. Get everybody killed on the job.
1 John 4 and 3.
Okay. That's also like flying a plane. Flying a plane is very hard. I don't think I could fly a plane. Without all the practice, nah. You saying you know how to fly a plane, but in your mind, you actually have no idea how to do it. But that's the word we use a lot today. We use love a lot. We use it a lot. People nowadays say they come to other people and they say, I love you. But do they really mean it? In the world, do they really mean it? Tells y'all, do they really mean it? They don't. They don't. Because what they think of love to be is a feeling. They think that you could just go and say, I love you. And once you start getting this feeling inside, yeah, that's love. That's love. I think I'm starting to love you because I have this feeling inside for you. But that feeling can go away instantly. That feeling could be gone like that. Where's the love then? Oh, go ahead.
So I want to say something about that love that you're talking about, because I just experienced it not too long ago.
Go ahead.
Some people think that love is tolerating.
You're tolerating?
Yeah. Like you can do whatever you want. Be as wicked as you want, be as evil as you want, be as simple as you want. But I still love you though.
Damn.
And
it's just a word you could throw out there, but like, you do whatever you want. I don't got to change for you. Oh no, you too well. You too well. It's just something you could.
I believe it's the opposite, right? It's not tolerating.
Oh.
The whatever, it's correcting and keeping. Like for example, like if you are a smoker,
mm-hmm.
You're like, I forget you. You know what? You smoke, but I still love you. Love will be smack that cigarette in the lips. So I just wanted to say that. I'm not gonna say.
I know you too well, but yeah, I mean, people think that it's just a word you could throw out there, but you do all these evil, wicked things against your man, and be like, "Oh, I still love you though," but I think that it's all gonna be okay now, that everything's gonna change, uh, that he's just gonna switch up his mind, and be like, "You know what? I love you too." And everything that she just did is gonna erase from his mind. But no, that's not how it works. Because I mean, if she ends up going out and sleeping with another man, well, that's adultery. Now what? You mean you do that, and now you're over here. I still love you though. I still have feelings for you. They like to say feelings. Like I still have these feelings inside for you. I still feel some type of way, even though she just went and slept with some other dude like 5 minutes ago and got caught. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And that's why we've been taught, because we've been taught that that's love. That we could just throw it out there and everything's going to be sweet rainbows and hugs and kisses and all change. But it's not going to work like that. You got that scripture? Because this is really what love is. For the people that don't know. Go ahead.
This is the first book of John, chapter 4.
5. Chapter 5, verse 3. We got it?
Chapter 5.
Okay.
This is the first book of John, chapter 5, verse 3, right?
Okay. Okay.
For this is the love of God. That
Hold on. This is the love of God. This is how you love the Most High. This is how you prove to the Most High that you love Him. Go ahead.
That we keep His commandments.
Whoa. No. I could just love you by saying it. Oh, no, I love you.
That we keep His commandments.
No. It's just something that you could draw on a card.
That we keep His commandments.
You mean to tell me that to love God, you got to keep the commandments? What? Read that again.
For this is the love of God, that we keep His commandments.
Damn, you know who just proved to be liars? The Christian church. Because what do they say? We love God. Oh, we most definitely love God. We praise the Most High. Praise God. We love the Most High. We love God. They say it all the time. Do they? Don't they? They say it all the time. They say, we love God. It doesn't seem like they love God. It don't seem like it. Because in that Christian church, are they keeping the commandments? No. They're not keeping the commandments. They're not keeping the commandments at all. They're over there sleeping with their brother's wives. That's what they're doing. They're over there stealing each other's money. Talking bad behind each other's backs. They're doing that. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, sure, I don't even think they know what the law is. They don't know what the law is because they're not teaching it in the Christian church. That's what you're going to get out of the Christian church. You're going to go against the love of God in the Christian church. You're going to go against your brother in the Christian church because the only thing they're teaching you in that Christian church is to be selfish. They're teaching you to be selfish in the Christian church. You know what they're really teaching you? To love yourself. You got to love yourself in that Christian church. That's really their God. Their God is themselves. I mean, get 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20. Or, actually keep reading on that. Keep going for this. Or is there any more on 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3?
First John 5:3.
Okay.
Con. And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments are not grievous. Not hard to do. But you know who makes them hard? Our people. Our people make them hard. They think it's hard to do them because they've been so stuck up on doing, breaking them, that now they're real comfortable with breaking them and they don't want to change to actually follow them no more. They don't want to change to follow the law, such commandment, to follow them. They don't want to stop smoking. They don't want to stop killing each other on the streets. They don't want to stop sleeping with each other's brothers. They don't want to stop sleeping with each other's wives. They don't want to stop sleeping with whores. They don't want to stop doing these things because they are comfortable with doing these things. They're comfortable with their lust. But to love the Most High, you have to keep the commandments. That's how you prove to the Most High that you love him. That's how you love your brothers, by keeping the commandments. I mean, the whole law is about loving your brother. It teaches you how to love your brother. That's what the whole law is. To love your brother. To love your brother. And it's all throughout the Bible. To love your brother. Because that is one of the big, that's a big commandment right there. To love one another. It's big. Keep on. Actually, can you get 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20? Chapter 4 and verse 20. We blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got to get out of that Christian church. We got to stop learning from from the Christian church, because they're only teaching us to go against each other. They're only teaching to break our families apart and separate us when you could be learning the truth of how to love one another. You could be living a good life instead of a hard life, because the reason you are living a hard life is because you're hating your brother. It's because you're breaking those laws, statutes, commandments. That's the reason you're living such a hard life today. Because we lack that brotherhood and that love for each other. We lack it. We don't have it. We're taught to stick to ourselves and to just live your life working and slaving away. And don't worry about anybody else. That what they think doesn't matter. Anything they think don't matter. You just tend to yourself and you believe what you believe. Mm-hmm. And nobody else can tell you what you want or what you can do or when you can't do. Nobody. That's what we're taught here in America. We're taught that you can go and you can go and live alternative lifestyles. You're gonna say, I gotta watch what I say. It's lacking. But we're taught that we can live we can live alternative lifestyles. We're taught that. We're taught that we can go off and sleep with each other's wives. We're taught to do these things in America. Because in America, it's all okay. It's perfectly fine in America. But to God it's not. I mean, your oppressor is strictly going against the Most High. He has built this kingdom to go against the Most High. I mean, you got that scripture? Go ahead and read.
It says, the first book of John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God.
Hold on, because this is what the Christian church does all the time. Do they not? They say, I love God. A lot of people say, I love God. But keep on reading.
And hated his brother, he is a liar.
Damn. You're saying you love God, but you're hating your brothers? See, that's the problem we have today. Our families hate each other. Our families struggle to love each other. We can't even come together because we have brothers and sisters that are hating on each other. We have aunts and nieces that are going out, molesting our family members. We have brothers and sisters that are killing each other, that are selling drugs to each other, just destroying the family, separating the family apart. We have moms and fathers who hate each other. They hating each other, and now they're teaching it to the children to hate each other. And now it's just going down the line. It's just going down the family generation of hate. Hate and hate just being spread. When is it going to end? When are we going to actually come together and bring our families together instead of separating our families? Because America's been separating our families. You have so many things that are out to separate us. Like you have America who's coming after our families, trying to separate our families first. But then now since we want to learn from America, now the families within, like the brothers and sisters within, are now separating the family because of disputes that are going on within the family. And that's what's going on. Like, you have so much hate that's coming against us and separating us apart. I mean,
for he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he have not seen?
Oh, see, that's right. How can you love God whom you have not seen? When you're over here hating your brother. I mean, it's easy to love God. Tell them it's easy because God's whatever they want them to be. It's whatever they want them to be. Whatever they're okay with, God's okay with. I mean, the God in their mind is okay with drug use. The God in their mind is okay with alternative lifestyles. The God in their mind is okay with whores. The God in their mind is okay with anything that they're okay with. Anything. He's okay with eating pork. He's okay with eating shrimp. Because, like I said, their real God is themselves. That's their real God. Not the God of this Bible. Because if they had the God of this Bible, they would keep the law, statutes, commandments to prove their love to the Most High. It seems like they really don't know the Bible. Neither does your Christian pastor. You don't know the Bible. Because if so, he has not seen this scripture. He hasn't seen these scriptures in the Bible. Keep on read that again, my brother.
If a man say, I love God and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he had not seen?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I got a question. Why do you think it's so hard for us to love each other? Why do you think it's so hard for us to love each other? That's a question.
Because we were conditioned to love our oppressor. There's no room to really love both at the same time.
That's a good question. That's a good answer, though. That's a good answer. Go ahead, Talia.
I think it's because we don't serve the same God.
That too, Mom. Really? Y'all don't want to try again?
The question was why we hate each other?
It was, yeah, why can't we love each other? Why is it so hard for us to love each other?
We don't know what love is.
That too. That is, hey, y'all giving good answers. They're giving good answers. But because this is why it's so hard for us to love it. Oh, you said yeah. I was gonna say it's hard for us because Because loving your family or your brother means putting yourself aside. It means putting yourself aside for them. It means putting all your lust away, changing who you are so that you can love them. Like not smoking weed. How many brothers and how many people want to stop smoking weed?
Nobody that's doing it.
Exactly. Like, how many people want to stop sleeping with whores? No. But when you have to show love, when you have to stop doing those things, it's hard. And that's what you got to do to love your brothers. You got to stop doing those things. You got to stop with all your lust that you want to follow. You got to stop doing those things. And you have to put yourself aside to suffer for your people. Like I was saying, like when a mother loves her child. See, you have the mother and the child, right? Remember, I think I said this last time. You have a mother and a child, and it's like a newborn baby, and the mother doesn't want to. The baby's crying at night, right? Well, in the middle of the night, at like 4 a.m, the mother does not want to get up and go and help that child when that baby is crying. The mother doesn't want to do it, but because she loves the child, you know what she's gonna go do? She's gonna go and nurture the child. She's gonna go and take care of the child and attend to his needs because she loves that child. Like a mother who doesn't love her child, she wouldn't get up to go help that child. She would let that child scream until his lungs came out. She would let that baby starve if she really didn't love that child. But because she loves that child, she's gonna go and feed that baby. She's gonna go and help that baby. I mean, like a little kid crossing the road. You think a father, if he didn't love his child, you think he would let that baby cross the road? You think if he loved his child, you think he would let that baby cross the road? Nah, he wouldn't let that baby cross the road. He would stop that baby from crossing the road. He would stop that baby from doing things that he shouldn't, like smoking weed, like going out and sleeping with whores, because you can get STDs. Smoking weed hurts your lungs. The father is trying to look out for the children. And that's what we're missing. We're missing love. We're missing the love that we have for each other because we're not stopping each other from crossing that road. We're not stopping each other from crossing the street and getting hit by the bus. We're not. That's what we're missing. We're lacking love and knowledge on how to love each other. Because for so long, we've been learning that we should just let our children do what they want to do. We should just let them be who they want to be. We should actually accept it. Like, what's that one dude who let his child change his name and he like became a girl and everything and let him get his body worked on? What's that dude's name? Oh, he's like a basketball player or something. I forget his name. Huh? Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, that's it. Dwayne Wade. Like, Dwayne Wade does not love his child. He don't love his child. The only thing Dwayne Wade loves is money. The life that he's living. Care less about his child. Really, whenever his son decided to do that, his son probably came up to him, was trying to ask him. He's probably like, I don't care, go on. Go on. I don't want to hear it. Go on. Yeah, do what you want to do. Just be yourself. It's like, it is sad. That's why we need to have strong men to be able to stop our children from doing that. We need to have strong men in the households to be there to stop those children when they're about to fall. To be able to stop those children from going down the wrong path. That's what we need. But it's what we don't have. We don't have that to this day. We don't have it. That's what we lack. Is strong men in the households. Because so many families have been destroyed because of hate. We very much lack it. Go ahead and read that again, my bad.
Okay. This is the first book of John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
The Lord called you a liar. You saying you love the Most High, but you over here hating your brother. Damn, that's hot. It's like you over here hating your brother. The Lord called you a liar. You selling drugs to your brothers because that's what we do nowadays. We go out and we sell drugs to our brothers, thinking that we're gonna be the best drug dealer. But you're not thinking about your brother. You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking how you can make yourself, you could raise yourself up out of that ghetto. And that's why it happens all the time. Brothers and sisters, they try to do good, and some are successful. Them doing good and going off to be like a basketball player, going off to be a movie star, going off to be, what else? Going off to be a professional football player. But when they become those things, what's the first thing that they do? Taziar?
Spend their money.
That, but also they move out of the ghettos. That's the first thing that they do. They move out of the ghettos. They're like, man, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm gonna have to dip on the nation. And I'm gonna go.
That's natural.
Yeah, that's natural. Yeah.
You shouldn't think about that.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you too well. But that's the first thing they do. They're not thinking about their people. You know what they're thinking about? They're thinking about finally I can get out of this place and go live with our oppressors. I get to be big now and live with our oppressors. That's all they think about. They want to police their oppressors because they have so much love for their oppressors instead of each other. Why can't our brothers help our brothers out of the ghetto also? Why can't they do that? Why do they got to move out of the ghettos? It's because they don't want to be seen with those people. Because now they have gotten a social status that's so high. Now they can't be seen with those people. They can't hang around those people no more. They can't. Because if they do, people will think different of them. People start to think differently about them. They'll be like, oh.
You also have to think too, they might move out because of envious brothers being envious of their money and wanting to hurt them and harm them for being able. Just saying.
All right. But I mean, yeah, that is true. That is true. And they also move out because of envious reasons too. Because brothers and sisters start to get jealous about one another. Instead of helping each other, they get out. Instead of just saying, man, you did a good job. No. They hate them because of how far they've gone. They start to look at them bad. They have an evil eye towards their brothers and their sisters. And now they got to go kill them over some money. They got to go kill them over an object, over things that they have, materialistic items. They got to go and kill them over those. Why? Because they're jealous. Because they're envying the things that they have. They don't know how to just be there for them and love their brothers whenever they actually do something amazing. But they do know how to turn on their brothers. Because the crazy thing is, the truth is, they never loved them in the first place. They never believed in them making it to a high place. They're probably the ones that was criticizing them the whole time, really. They was criticizing them. So I'm like, man, you ain't gonna make it. You can't do it. But why do we have so much hatred for each other? That's because we also don't have the knowledge on how to even love each other. We don't have that knowledge on how to keep, kill, to not hate one another, to love one another, to stop selling drugs to one another. We don't have the knowledge of knowing right and wrong. Oh, is there any more in that scripture? And this is oh, there's no more?
It goes to the next verse 21.
What's 21?
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
Start from the top of the other one, my bad.
Okay.
We'll get into it.
If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God who him had not seen?
Real.
And
hold on. It's crazy because we treat each other so poorly nowadays. We treat each other like we're nothing. And this is why households get broken up. This is why families get broken up. Because we look at each other and we look at each other, we don't even think about brotherhood. The only place that there's really actually brotherhood is here in the ICBK. When brothers and sisters are out in the world, well, let me ask you this. When a woman gets a man, when she chooses a man, what are the things that she's looking for? What are the things that she's thinking about? No, that's not true. I mean, it depends. Really, most women are not.
Money to be able to take care of family.
Sure. That's how you thinking about it because you different. You different from other women. But anymore, like what when women see a man or like choose a man, what are they thinking about? Like what are the things that they're looking for?
Maybe they looking at for his money.
Yep, pretty much just money, really. Just money. What he can get me? What can this man provide for me? Can you pay for my gas? Can you give me a big old purse?
That would be secure under the laws.
But you put in sweet words because really, this is what they're thinking in their mind. You put in sweet words. Like, you saying security, but nah, you putting in sweet words. All right, what are you doing? You sugarcoating it. But like a lot of women just think about, like, man, what can he give me? Like nowadays, they just tell you, be like, yeah, can you pay for my gas? Can you pay for my children? You gonna get them food? You gonna give them a place to stay? You got a big old home? You got a nice car we can drive in? Really, I can drive in, but why? That's what they're thinking. What are some other things, Talia? Yeah, when they trying to date a man or get with the man.
Trying to get married? They definitely looking for a house.
They're looking for a house. I'm talking about like the y'all are saying y'all are sugarcoating things. I'm talking about like the women who are like who just in the world. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about in the world.
In the world?
Yeah, in the world.
Oh, they're looking for a six-pack.
Six-pack.
Blonde hair and blue eyes.
They want to be 6 feet tall.
You say blonde hair and blue eyes?
I guess. I don't know.
It's crazy. Because we're not even supposed to be dating other nations.
Right. That's fact.
The Bible does say not to date other nations.
But they're looking for something. Like whatever attracts them. I mean, I guess you asked the question. You said
that is true. They're looking for. They're looking for
outside the world though, because I know sisters inside the world. They ain't looking for none of that shit.
Some women are looking for pleasure too, not just.
They're just looking for pleasure, really.
They're looking for pleasure too. I mean, easy on the eyes, and you got that you know.
Hmm?
I don't want to go too deep into that, but you
I'll
know
just
what I
bring
mean.
that up. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, I know we are in class. I'm asking you a question like when, because women only they like to look for a lot of materialistic things. Because nowadays we don't look at each other like we're like for the actual love, because we don't know what it is.
Cars, house.
Yeah, we look at each other for cars. What people can bring you, what people can get you. And if you don't provide for me, yeah. If you Breaking Bad.
Birkin bag.
Oh, Birkin Bag. Oh, I got you.
Louis Vuitton, or can he get me that?
Yeah, can he get me these things?
You know,
And if they can't provide these things, you know what they do?
they move on to
Yeah, move on to the next man. They're like, nah, he can't provide me these things. He can't. He can't. He can't afford this. So why do I need him? What's his purpose in my life if he can't give me all these things? Yeah, that's what they think. They're only worried about materialistic things. That's all they're worried about. Y'all didn't see where I was gonna go with that, huh? Oh, I thought y'all was kind of confused. I was like, y'all not confused? Oh, y'all seem confused. I was like, oh shoot, I don't know if I confused or not. But yeah, we don't look at each other as brother. We don't see brotherhood and sisterhood when we see each other anymore. The only thing that we got going through our mind is me. I. What can I get from them? What can they give me? That's all they think about. That's all they think about nowadays. And that has to change. It's gonna change. We gotta start learning what the truth of brotherhood is, because we've got to treat each other different. We've got to see the love that's actually there when really there is no love there in the world. But here in the Isupk, brothers and sisters see the love. They see the love because they change for each other. They're not worried about materialistic things and just looking at the man like, hey, what can you provide for me? They're not looking at the man like that. They're looking at the man for who he is, for who he really is. And he's looking at her for who she really is, not just for the box. So that's deep. They're not looking at each other like that. They're really not. Here in the Isupk, we fix homes. We get homes to be right. We teach brothers and sisters how to actually love one another. We teach them how to live according to the Bible, how to have brotherhood according to the Bible. Because out in the world, without this knowledge, without the knowledge of the Bible, I guarantee your relationship is not going to last long. Your relationship it's not going to last long. You're going to be in and out of relationships, going to and fro to many different men. And men are going to be throwing away so many women. Without this knowledge, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. You still got that scripture? Keep on reading. I'll start from the top again. This is 4 and 20. 4 and 20.
If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he's a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love God, whom he have not seen?
Yeah. This is why it's important for us to love one another. Because we got to take care of each other. That's how we prove to the Most High we love Him. And it's how we prove to the Most High that we love that we love each other, that we really love each other. That we're really serious about following these laws, statutes, commandments. That we're really serious about coming back to our culture. That's how we prove it. By keeping these all such commandments and loving one another. Keep on going.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
This is the commandment that he had given us. That if you love your brother, it's like if you love the Most High, it's like if you love the Most High, you would love your brother also. You would keep your brother from doing drugs. Actually, let's get that in Leviticus. Let's get. Can you get Leviticus 19 and 17? Because it's a law not to hate each other. It's a law not to hate your brother. It's a law not to go out doing all these evil, disgusting things against your brother. And that's you got it. And hold on real quick. And that's what we lack too, is the law. We lack the law. And the law is brotherhood. The law is what gives us our brotherhood of how we really should be treating each other. But without the law, we have no brotherhood. So technically, when your Christian church says, now the law is done away with, you know what they're really telling you is, yeah, you can hate your brother. Yeah, there's no more brotherhood. You don't got to have brotherhood no more. That's what they're really teaching you. And that's why in that Christian church, they have no brotherhood at all. They struggle to love each other. And that's why there's so much dispute in that Christian church. And you see it. That's why so many people go from church to church trying to find the truth. But they're over here worried about the things that they don't like in that church. That's why so many people leave that Christian church and go to a whole nother one thinking it's going to be different when it's really just the same. It's exactly the same in that one as the same it was in the other one. It's exactly the same because they all teach the same thing. They all teach each other how to hate each other. They all teach each other how to sell drugs to one another. They all teach each other how to steal from each other. They all teach each other how to sleep with each other's wives. And they teach you how to sleep with whores. That's what they do. And that's why no matter how many Christian church you try to go to, none of them, not one is going to help you. Not one is going to change your life. Because you over here trying to find your peace, find change, something that's going to help you change. Your Christian church is not going to help you change. But you know who is going to help you change? The Isupk. Because the Isupk has the real change and the real knowledge to help you. We have the real knowledge on how to get brothers off of drugs. The real knowledge on how to help each other get off of crack, to stop sleeping with whores, to stop doing all those things. We have that real knowledge on how to love each other, how to treat your brother, because we have been obligated to do it. We now have to do it. Now that we know the truth, we're now obligated to go out and help our brothers and to love our brothers. And that's what we've been doing. That's what Commanding General Hana has been doing since 1969. He has been helping brothers and sisters get off of drugs. He's been helping brothers and sisters get their families together. He's been helping brothers and sisters to actually come to life. Because that's what we're doing here in the Isupk. We're helping our brothers come back to life. You have something to say?
Come on. I just want to say something that we have in the Isupk is we don't have excuses.
We don't have excuses.
Everybody else does. Muslim, Islam, Judaism, fake Israelite groups. They have excuses. We don't have one.
That's true. They all have excuses on.
I just want to say that.
Oh no, you too well. That's actually good. I mean, they all have excuses on why they can't love their brother. They have excuses on why they can't come together. They have excuses. Every other place is gonna give excuses, but here in Isupk, we're not gonna give excuses.
Right.
But can you get? Do you have that scripture?
John.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Whoa. You should hate your brother.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Hold on. You should look at your brother and be like, man, I don't like you. I hate you.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So that's the problem that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have today. We're always hating each other. We're always hating each other. Like I said, when someone goes up and does something amazing in the world, the first thing we have in our mind is hate. We want to take them down instantly. We have hate. We have hate in our families. I mean, today I saw two brothers fighting out in their lawn. They was arguing with each other, looking like they was finna fight. I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. These brothers they was looking like they was finna scramble. Finna get on the ground and scramble. They look pretty pissed at each other. And that's how most of our families are separated. Like, because I bet you they were probably arguing about something so simple that could have been resolved. That was probably just a miscommunication, really. A lot of things are a lot of like things that we do, we start hating each other, it's because of miscommunication. Imagine that. You hating your brother because of miscommunication. Some that could have been so simply resolved turns into a whole rival. Now your brother's dead because of miscommunication. Something that could have been so simple to solve. As of maybe, hey brother, I didn't hear you say that. Or, brother misplaced something. Anything. Something so simple. Could have been something so simple that we kill each other over because we don't know how to love each other. Keep on going on the scripture, my boy.
I'm going. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Oh no, you should just let your brother go off and do whatever he wants.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Actually, most people don't. Search up that word rebuke. Search up the word rebuke. Let's get with rebuke. Yeah, rebuke.
10 seconds.
You got it? Okay, go ahead and read it when you got it.
This is the definition of rebuke. To express sharp, stern disapproval of.
Oh.
Reprove, reprimand. Second definition is a noun. Sharp, stern disapproval. Reprove, reprimand. Original rebuke. You want that?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
First recorded in 1275. 1175, Middle English rebuke.
Oh, never mind. Now you good.
Verb, to scold or reprimand. Noun, a reprimand or a scolding.
Damn.
That's all I got, sir.
Yeah. Pretty much seems like you should correct your brother. You should tell him. Read that scripture again.
The last one?
Yeah.
The verb of.
Oh, no. It's like, my bad. I'm talking about the scripture.
Thou shalt not thy brother in thy heart, thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Should correct your brother.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
You should tell you should show your brother that what he is doing, you do not approve of. You don't approve of it. You see your brother smoking weed, you don't approve of it. Show him that you don't approve of it. Tell him that's not a good idea. Tell him it's not a good idea to go out and sell drugs to your brothers and sisters. To go out and sell drugs to a pregnant woman. Because you're going to harm her. Think about it as if it was yourself. You know, I mean, shoot. Is that all in the scripture? I'll keep on going, my brother.
And not suffer sin upon him.
And you shouldn't suffer sin upon him. Instead of going out and try to helping your brothers get weed, instead of trying to convince your brothers to do these evil things, you should instead keep your brothers from doing these things. Keep your brothers from doing drugs. Keep your brothers from sleeping with whores. If you know he has a problem with something, try to guide him somewhere else. Try to distract him. Hey, where you going tonight? Hey, I'm going out to the club, I'm going out maybe to the he tells you he's going out to the strip club. Like, hey man, come play video games with me. It's not a good idea that you go out there. It's not a good idea that you go to the strip club because that's a sin. You should direct your brother to a righteous path. Keep him from doing those evil things that he always does. Keep him from doing those things. Help your brother be righteous. Love your brother. Because that's what love is. Correction. To correct your brothers. Right. And that's what we miss. That's what we're missing nowadays. Nowadays. We're missing the correction that we have for each other. The love. To be able to help our brother from going out and committing death. Going out and experiencing death. Instead of life. They should experience life instead of death. And that's what we do here in Isupk. We teach our brothers and sisters how to come to life instead of how to die or how to just to die. Because that's what you're experiencing when you go out there and you just do whatever you want to do. You're experiencing death. But when you come and you follow these laws, statutes, commandments, you're now experiencing life. You're getting life because that's what the laws are. The laws are life unto you. The laws, statutes, commandments, they give you life. And they give you breath. Keep on going? Or that's the S end of that one? No, that's probably the end of it.
I was there in 17.
Okay. Go to Matthew 25 and 40. So but you know what's crazy? You know who showed the greatest brotherhood of all time? Christ. Christ showed the greatest brotherhood. You know why? You know how? Because Christ could have at any moment, doing all these amazing things for his people, he could have any moment given in to going and doing drugs. I mean, these things were back. These things that we have today, they were back there in the past, in his time. He was dealing with the same things that we deal with today. And he could have did any of those things. He could have went out and smoked weed. He could have went out and slept with whores. He could have went out and slept with another brother's wife. He could have did all those things. But he didn't. But you know why? Because he loved his people. He had love for his people. Christ showed his people, he showed his people love. He did it and he showed it and he taught it. He taught his people also how to love too. Christ was a perfect example of loving your brothers. I mean, shoot. You know, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Who wants to die? Exactly. No one. No one wants to go out and die. But you know what Christ did? Because he loved his people. He loved his people so much. I mean, shoot. Christ tried to talk. He tried to do something other than die. Like he was talking to the Most High. He was trying to beg him not to go through with it. He was trying to find another way. He was trying to find another way instead of doing this because he didn't want to do it. But because he had so much love for his people, what did he do? He did it anyway. He ended up dying for his people because he loved his people. Right. Now today, brothers and sisters, you can't even get them to stop eating pork for their people. You can't get them to stop sleeping on the horse for their people. You can't even get them to stop lying for their people. You can't even get them to stop eating shrimp. You can't. So people come by, they agree with everything we're saying, right? They agree with everything we say. But once I hear that you can't eat pork, bro, you can't eat shrimp no more, brother. All of a sudden, everything about them changes. They're like, no, this ain't for me. I'm sorry, but I gotta go. And they walk off. You can't. No, our people, they can't even change. They can't even love each other by not even eating pork. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you got that scripture? Okay, go ahead and read.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
Hold on. Christ, this was Christ saying, as long as you have done it unto the least, as long as you have done it unto the who is the least in the kingdom?
Us.
The poor. The least is the poor. The least is the brothers who are out there on the streets on crack. The ones who got the holes in their shirt, the holes in their pants, the holes in their shoes, with no home, no car, no money, no food, no water, no nothing. That's the poor. And we see them every day. The question is, what are we doing for what are brothers and sisters in the world doing for the poor? You think they go up to them and they try to help them and be friends with them? No. You think they over here trying to invite them in their house to get a good meal? No. The brothers and sisters in the world, they see the poor and they turn the other cheek. They turn the other way. They look away. Their heads snap. They almost break their necks trying to look the other way in the other directions because they don't want to have to deal with them. Brothers and sisters who are rich in the world, they can't stand the poor. But they have so much money, why can't they help them? Why can't they look at their brothers and see that if they was in their shoes, I would want somebody to help me. So why can't they help them? It's because they have too much pride. Too much pride. And too much greed. Too much, I guess you could call it self. So they have so much self-pride for themselves. They love themselves so much that they don't have no more love for their brothers. They love their oppressor so much they don't have no more love for their brothers. But what did Christ say? Read that from the top of you.
Okay. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Yeah. But when you're doing it to the least, you've done it unto Christ. I mean, what does the ISUBK go out and do for their brothers? We go out and help our brothers. We come together and we gather food and resources and supplies to go out and help the poor. But brothers and sisters in the world, you think they have one? Do you think they're even thinking about brothers that are poor or that are even on the streets, that are struggling, have nowhere to go? You think they're thinking about them? Or you think they're thinking about their next game that they got going on? Their next movie they finna shoot. The next car they finna get. The next meal they finna eat. Because I mean that's what they're thinking about. They're not thinking about their brothers. They're thinking about what they're gonna do. How they're gonna make their lives better. How they're gonna fill up their bellies. What about the belly of your brothers? He ain't got no food. What about him? He's hungry. I mean, they get to sleep in this big old nice bed. What about your brother? He's sleeping on the concrete outside. What about him? He ain't got no cover at all. In the cold and the rain. I'm saying it's easy to love the Most High because you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about the Most High all the time. They don't got to think about God all the time. They don't got to provide for the Most High. They don't got to give the Most High money. They don't got to go out and help the Most High. And that's why it's so easy to love. It's easy to love someone that's not there. And that's why it's saying, how can you love the Most High who you have not seen? You don't see the Most High, but you do see your brother struggling on the streets every day, who you don't help, who you don't have love for. And that's how far we've diverted. That's how far our people have been destroyed. Like, our people are destroyed. They don't know what love is anymore for each other. Keep on going on that scripture.
Verse 41.
Sorry, I kicked the camera.
Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire.
Oh.
Prepared.
Start from the topic in my bed.
Okay. Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least and these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then
see, this is the problem that we have. We don't think about loving God. It's like when we think about loving God, we don't think about brotherhood and loving God. You know why? Because Christianity, or your pastor has taught us to love ourselves. That's why we've been taught to love ourselves and to love everything we have, and to just be separate from all your people. You know, it's crazy. We know how to join with our oppressors very good and very well. We know how to love them. We know how to do everything to please them. But we don't know how to love our brothers. We don't know how to love each other. We don't know how to come together to help each other. We don't know how to be a nation. We don't know how to love each other. We don't know how to have brotherhood towards one another. We don't. But every Christian has their own God. Their own God. Wait, what did the woman like to say? I don't need no man. I'm married to Christ. Look at a lot of women are married to Christ. Damn. But keep on going. Or start from the top again.
And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, and as much as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
You have done it unto Christ. You go out selling drugs to your brothers and sisters, you have done it unto Christ. You go out smoking weed with your brothers. So you go out doing all these atrocities against the Most High, against your brothers. You selling pork to your brothers. You killing your brothers on the streets. You molesting your brothers and your children, your brothers' children. You have done it unto Christ. You treat the poor like they're nothing. You have treated Christ like he's nothing. You don't love Christ. Your Christian pastor, your Christian church proves that they don't love the Most High because they treat their people like they're nothing every day. And that's why we're destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because all the Christian church has been doing is scrambling our knowledge. It's been giving us a lie instead of giving us our knowledge. And that's why we're so lost. Get Matthew chapter 22 and verse 39. Oh, you got it? Can I go ahead?
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Hold on. Because this is something that we struggle to do. This is something we can't even do. Because we want to love ourselves, but we want to love ourselves first before we love our brothers. And we don't even want to pay attention to our brothers. But what were we told to do?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You should love your neighbor as you love yourself, as you would love yourself. Why is that so hard for us to do? You shouldn't treat your brother. Oh, sorry, go ahead. You gonna say something?
Come, we don't love ourselves.
Well, there's one thing that is true. We don't love ourselves. We don't. We can't love each other. But you know who we do love? We do love our oppressors. Right. We love them very much. We love the world of our oppressors. We love to go out every weekend and party to have a good time. You love that feeling. You know what we also love? We love money. We love money. When money can only do so many things for you. I mean, it's true. In America, money ain't gonna be. Money is really not gonna mean anything soon. I think I have an article on that actually. Yeah, money is gonna be worthless soon. America's money it's not gonna be worth a dime. See if I can find out our questions. It's crazy. We kill each other over so much money, over little things, but we're gonna keep killing each other over paper. Let me see if I can find it. My bad. It's like say it again.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for an article. My bad. I think I saw this one. Hold on. All right, go ahead. I'm getting my phone. This is right here. Let's go ahead and read.
The future of the US dollar and the American empire itself is now firmly in doubt. According to a financial analysis and former Goldman Sachs executive, Charles Nenner, who worked as the head of marketing and timing at Goldman for over a decade, said he's reversing his long-held belief that the dollar will remain strong. In a new interview,
Hold on, listen. What? He's reversing his belief that the dollar will remain strong.
says
No.
Goldman, for over a decade, says he's reversing his long-held belief that the dollar will remain strong.
And these people are starting to lose faith in their own self. They're starting to lose faith in their dollar. Because now they see that their dollar is starting to fall, that their dollar is starting to become worth nothing. But the problem is we're out still killing each other over money that is worth nothing. It is soon to be worth nothing. We're over here trying to work these hard jobs and just focus on our sales when this America is finna fall. And then this time when it's finna fall, the most important thing that we're gonna need is brotherhood. The most important thing that we're gonna need is love to be able to even get through all this. Because once this place falls, everybody's gonna be scrambling to be able to find help. Because nobody's gonna know what to do. You think our people they know what's going on and they know that this place is finna fall? No. Because in their minds, they have so much pride and they think this place is gonna stay up forever. They think America is finna rise and reign forever. But what they don't know is that this place is coming to an end pretty soon. Pretty soon. And that's why you see all these events that are going on. You see all these stores closing, people getting kicked out of their jobs, or people getting terminated because America's economy is falling. America is falling. I mean, that's why their banks are starting to fall. America is starting to fall. And people are starting to see it. Their lies are also being uncovered. And people are starting to see that the lies they got going on. Their lies are being revealed all out throughout the world. And people are seeing it. And the more that people start to realize that America has so many lies and was built off of lies, the more this place falls. The more the truth comes out, the more this place falls. Keep on going.
In a new interview with USA Watchdog, Leonard says the group of economically aligned nations know collectively at BRICS is much bigger threat to the U.S. dollar than people realize.
It really is. America's over here worried about. They ain't even worried about it. Actually, they should be. They're not worried about what Putin is over there doing, because Putin is actually really bringing a bunch of other nations together, and now they're going over the Chinese currency. They're switching to Chinese currency. But what are people gonna do whenever they have no more money? What are people gonna do? What are they do when they don't have? They're not able to provide for themselves, their families anymore. Our people are gonna start needing help. Our people are not gonna know what to do, and that's why brotherhood and sisterhood is so important in these times. That's why love is so important in these times. Because then will we be able to guide our people on what to do. But when you don't want the help, how can we give the help when they don't want it? Keep on going.
This is in quotes. We have known each other for many years, and I said the dollar is going to hold up, but not anymore. Not anymore. It is really in trouble. There is actually no reason to be in the dollar.
Say it again.
It is really in trouble. There is actually no reason to be in the dollar. They specialize, underestimate this BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa situation, and all the countries will be forming an anti-dollar.
Oh.
Saudi Arabia is coming on board. And that means the end of the dollar as the reserve currency.
Oh. So you know what's crazy? When this place falls, let me ask you this question. When this place falls, how are we going to be able to come together? I mean, we can't even come together right now. We don't even know how to love each other. So how are we going to be able to, how are the brothers and sisters out in the world going to be able to survive when we're all focused on being independent? We're all focused on trying to murder and kill each other. But now that everything's going to go crazy, it's not just, I mean, right now, it's not just us that's going to be murdering each other. It's going to be other people who are coming after us too. What are we going to do? Because we can't join together? Because we don't know how to. We don't know how to come together. But we do know how to hate each other. We do know how to shoot each other down in the streets. Go ahead and raise your hand.
Yeah, I think we will have a choice but to come together, at least on this side of the planet. On this side, we can all come together as Hispanic, blacks, and natives.
What do you mean by this
We
side?
have to come together because we don't have resources. They're all robbing us. In China and in Russia and India and all those BRICS in Saudi Arabia, they're not going to share that with us. So we will have to come together.
You know what's funny is?
I don't know. I might be
Well, we're going to have to come together. But I mean, at that time, it's going to be too late. Who's already here is going to be here. But them doors are going to be shut at that time. Because, I mean, think about it. You have people out there murdering people, going out and let's say you got somebody who wants to come in here and just be like, hey, man, I'm gonna come in here and join with y'all, but they hadn't been once here at this time right now. They didn't come in here once at all. Yeah, but really, the only thing that they're gonna do is come and just try to steal all the resources that we have. They're just trying to be your friend at this moment because you have all the resources. But because this is why we got to come together right now and love each other right now, so that we know who is with us and who is not. Because right now, we're able to prove who's going to be with us whenever things get hard and whenever things are good. Not just whenever things are good. Be able to see it during the hard times too. But you had something to say?
You really said it, really. They're going to be scrambling, and there's not those doors, like you said, are going to be closed.
Doors are going to be closed. Right now, we are sounding the trumpet. People are looking for a sign, but they skip over the sign. We are the sign. We go out there every week and try. We are the sign out there. But when the Lord is giving them a sign, we come out there every week to try to help them. But when the doors close, there's nothing they can do now. The Lord gave you a sign. He sent his priests and prophets out to gather his people. If you didn't listen to the sound or the trumpets, hey, keep. Oh, he's right here. I can keep on going on that one.
They especially underestimate this BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa situation, and all the countries will be forming an anti-dollar. Saudi Arabia is coming on board, and that means the end of the dollar as the reserve currency. Nenner believes the long-term fate of the dollar is already sealed. The economy is really going to suffer. If the dollar goes really low, we could have a small balance in the economy because it's good for the exports.
You know what? Let me tell you something. The dollar falling was sealed a long time ago, before any of this happened. This was all going to happen anyways. America is going to fall anyways, and there's nothing you could do about it. But you do have a choice to either join with your oppressors and love your oppressors, or join with your brothers and love your brothers. You could either come together to love one another and to stop hating each other and to suffer for each other, or you could just be with your oppressors and fall with your oppressors. In these times, we really got to stop killing each other. We really got to stop murdering each other. We really got to come together to love one another, especially in these times. Because without the brotherhood and the sisterhood, you're essentially going to be on your own. You're going to be on your own. The sisters who say they don't need no man, it's who? They're gonna be the sisters who say they don't need no man and are rich and got all this money and everything. Got all the resources in their house. What are they gonna do whenever they got all these other men coming in there? She's gonna walk to the side and they're gonna come in and take everything. Be like, thank you for gathering it up for us. And they're gonna walk out with it. And there's nothing she can do. Nothing. I'll keep on going. It's like this. This I news at my bad. I news at what? Yo. Oh, was that the end of it though?
No.
The same issues to finish other countries like bad education. Oh, shoot, I don't know where you at. Actually, I have no idea where you're at. I'm gonna let you. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The economy is really going to suffer if the dollar goes really low. We could have a small bounce in the economy because it's good for the exports. That's just a foolish bounce for people. Longer term is just finished. According to Nair, the American empire is threatened by the potential for a global war cycle, a commercial real estate collapse, and additional systematic issues. He says a Great Depression style crash is possible in the not too distant future.
Oh, let me see. Oh, that's another. You good on there? You can drop it, but let me see. So that's the crazy thing is what happened last time when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were doing good with each other. We was having our own businesses. We was damn, it's like we had our own things. We actually it's like my blessing. We actually were good back whenever we had Wall Street. We were good. And what was happening to our oppressors? Nobody.
What was the question?
What was happening to our oppressors when we were doing good? When we had Wall Street and their money was going down.
That's why they need us.
That is why they need us. That's why they had to convince us to hate each other and to hate one another and to separate us from our families so that they could stay on top, so they could fool us. Because without us, their kingdom can't flourish. Why do you think America is great? Oh, because of us. Because we're here in America running their business. Oh, it's like working for them, working in their businesses that pay absolutely nothing, and their small jobs that pay nothing. But we're living in the ghettos, struggling while they get to live in their gated communities. We are suffering. Hold on, let me. But now, when we come together, like what we're doing right now, when we come together and we prophesy against this place begins to fall. This place is starting to fall. And you see it in their dollar. You see it in their businesses. When we start to actually love one another and stop and put down the drugs and put down the guns and put down the and put down the or put away the whores, stop sleeping with whores, and put away the alternative lifestyles. When we do that, then will the Most High be on our side. And then will this place start to fall. And that's what we're doing here in the ISBK. We're teaching brothers and sisters to be righteous. And it is making a great effect on America. It's making a big, great effect on America because now you're starting to see it. You're starting to see the effect that it is having on America because this place is starting to fall. And now they're starting to worry about it. They're starting to worry because now they're seeing it. They're seeing it now. They're seeing it in their dollar, their currency. Right? They're seeing it everywhere, all around the earth. It's like, hold on. You still got that scripture?
Matthew 22 and 39.
Can I go ahead and read?
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 39. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Wait, so you don't say namely? Or namely this? This is in the second, it's like this? Oh, maybe I got it wrong.
And the second is like unto it.
Oh.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
See, and this is what we got to do. We got to love thy neighbor as thyself. That's what we got to start doing. This is what we got to start putting in our lives. We got to start putting these scriptures in our lives, the laws in our lives. Because the laws is brotherhood. You got to stop listening to your Christian pastor. Stop listening to him, because really what he's telling you is to put away brotherhood. Put away that brotherhood, because it's not there no more. Christ came to do away with brotherhood. That's what they're telling you. But Christ didn't come to do away with brotherhood. This is why we can't listen to the Christian church. We have to have the brotherhood, because without it, we become who we have become today. We become murderers. We become thieves. We become rapists. We become the things that we have become today. We become separate. We become individual. We don't operate as a nation no more. We operate separate on an individual accord. We don't operate as one accord. We operate on our own thinking. We on our own time. For Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got to start coming together. We got to start coming together to love one another and to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and to have brotherhood. Because without the brotherhood, we're completely destroyed. We're destroyed, and it shows. It shows that we have nothing without this brotherhood. We are nothing without this brotherhood. So with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. It's out of Adam 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commander Junior Honda. And with that, I'm going to pass the class to Trooper Taziah. It's like, wait, what are you wearing? Oh, no, you good. Actually, I'm good. You good. Oh, yeah, you good. I thought you was ready for other things.
It's the pamphlet. The pamphlet.
Awesome. Oh, shoot. You're good.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We're at the Isupk, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves from the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from a head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months where the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find us in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, 8 to 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. What sort of amount you would like? Upcoming holy convocations. And what month we on?
Feast of First Fruits.
Feast of First Fruits. It starts after the Sabbath. Unleavened bread. Sundown, Sunday, April 9, 2023. Count 50 days. Celebrate the 50 days. It starts on Monday, May 29, 2023. And start before sundown. You can find this in the book of Leviticus 23, verses 10 to 22. If anybody wants to be a trooper in the school, and start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. And that concludes the Isupk security announcements.
With that, imagine. Sorry, we pound rock down. We need to turn the face to east. We read the Lord Prayer and Lost Strong Production. Good.
Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash. Haya.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Malawaka.
Taba'a.
Ratazaka. Haya. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Haya. Bashamayim. Lathanana. Lakam. Kam. Yawam.
Wasalak Lanawa.
Wasalakna.
Kawawathinawa.
Kabawathina.
Kasalakinawa.
Kasalakna.
Kawawathinawa.
Kabawathina.
Wala. Tabaya Ayama.
Tabiayana.
Banasaiwan.
Abba.
Awashayana.
Haishayana.
Mayan.
Ra.
Kaya.
Laka.
Hamalakwa. Wa'ala.
What? Hold on. Wahala.
Wa'ataparayam.
Watapara.
La'awayalayam.
Oh, it's like La'ai Walamim.
Walayam. Aman.
Okay, and what we said was our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us. From evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Okay. Turn and face the sisters. I'm about to turn and face the front, my brother. Oh, you could be seated now. In the shop. Okay. Gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Menavidra Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahba Shem Yahushua Barakatam. Yadim Matah. Okay, we'll stay here. Now turn to the sisters. Gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Menavidra Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alata Ba Shem Yahushua.
Yahweh Shema Alta Il Alta Bahirish
Yahweh Shema Alata
Bahashim
Yahusha. Okay. Yadim Matah. Class dismissed.
Keep